Okay. Reason number 9 million that you want to come to my land. Let me show you what they really think of you. Okay, right. Now, this is a video I just seen with somebody going over the definition of traffic, because it says that it's commerce, trade, sale, or exchange of merchandise, bills, money, and the like. The passing of goods, commodities from one person to another for an equivalent in goods or money, right? From one person to another. And then he begins to explain, okay, so you're operating in commerce, right? But you're not recognizing the fact that you are, in fact, operating in commerce. Why? Because a corporation is an artificial person or legal entity created by or under the authority of the laws of the state of a nation. Because a body is a corporation, public or private. See, the problem is that you're not recognizing the fact that you're a citizen, a member of a free city or jural society possessing all the rights and privileges which can be enjoyed by any person under the Constitution and government, and subject to the corresponding duties. Citizens are members of community inspired to common goal, who in associated relations submit themselves to rules of conduct for the promotion of general welfare and conservation of individual as well as collective rights. See, a lot of you mistakenly use the Constitution as your grounds for ideology. But the Constitution is a written instrument agreed upon by the people of the Union of a particular state as the absolute rule of action and decision for all departments and officers of the government in respect to all the points covered by it, which must control until it shall be changed by the authority which established it. But the key thing in here, right, is that it's for all departments and officers of the government, not you. See, the Constitution isn't written for you. The Constitution is written for the officers of the corporation. And you're not we the people, because people is a state. As the people of the state of New York, a nation in its collective and political capacity. So you can't be the people. See, in a more restrictive sense, and as generally used in constitutional law, the entire body of those citizens of a state or nation who are invested with political power for political purposes. So the people is a state. It's a body of citizens. Those are corporations. A bunch of corporations that are creating a state is people. See, your problem is these people are explaining things to you in a way that doesn't lead you anywhere but problems. Because when you're going to a court for administration, which would be your traffic courts, you're dealing with somebody in the most usual sense of a word as a person, that's a business, to whom letters of administration that is an authority to administer the estate of a deceased person, a dead entity. That's a dead corporation, right? Okay, the estate of a dead corporation. And have been granted by proper court a representative of limited authority whose duties are to collect assets of a state, pay its debts, and distribute residue to those entitled. See, he resembles an executor. You know, this position right here. See how it says that I'm the executor of the estate? See, this is the estate now. And that makes me the executor. I'm the administrator or the executor, whichever one you want to claim it. Because this is what you're supposed to do with your dead entity. The straw man, the birth certificates. Because as a citizen, you're a fucking business. If you're in an automobile, you're traveling but you're traveling in commerce because you're a business, which means that you're transporting the body, which is the goods, which means that you're in fact operating in commerce as a citizen, as part of the state that's under the jurisdiction of the administrators that handle the decedents. So you are in fact in commerce because you're all registered as citizens. Which is why your right to travel argument is null and void. So stop arguing it at the bank, which is your bench, the place where a court permanently or regularly sits, the seat of judgment, the king's bench, bank les common pleas, the bench of the common pleas. See, you're going to a bank dealing with an administrator. And just so that there's no confusion, that is a bank, a bench or seat, the bench of justice, the bench or tribunal occupied by the judges, the seat of judgment, a court, the full bench or full court, the assembly of all the judges of a court. So what have we learned today? 1, you're a piece of property owned by a corporation, a foreign corporation at that. And that foreign corporation that you're the property of is using your body to settle the debts of the things that you dishonorably refuse to settle. And so they take your body and put their body in the jail to get the taxes of the money, not the taxes, but to give the charges, because a charger or a ticket. See, a charge is a lien or a claim or a burden or load, an obligation or duty.